Hello everyone, this is another installment of Renewables Progress. Truthfully, I could do a video on this at least quarterly, but every one of these videos takes a lot of work. So let's hop right in. To start, California has installed so much battery capacity that it was able to produce 10 gigawatts of power on May 20th, 2025. Batteries were the highest source of electricity, and these days, they frequently are in the evening. California is consistently charging its batteries 78 gigawatt hours during the day and discharging them in the evening. This reduces their need for gas peaker plants, which lower emissions and lowers costs. Also, for the last 12 months, solar has been the #1 source of electricity in California. The only people who aren't winning are the fossil fuel industry. Boo-hoo. On to Texas. Despite the politicians in Austin attempting to enact some extremely anti-renewable bills during the latest session, all of which thankfully failed, Texas's renewable energy sector is booming and actually leading the country. While it's true that California has a larger percentage of their electricity from renewables and more energy coming from batteries currently, Texas actually creates more renewable energy. We also create more fossil fuels than any other state, but that is coming down as renewables carve out greater penetration. Every year for the past several years, we've had new solar records. In 2021, when I started tracking it, the record was 5 gigawatts. The next year, 9.9. The following year, 13.9. The year after that, 17.9. And this year, the current record is a bit higher than 28.4 gigawatts, which occurred today, July 24th. We're also installing gigawatt hours worth of new batteries, and they're beginning to take sizable chunks out of gas generation in the evening. The record is just over 6 gigawatt hours, which is where California was 2 years ago. In fact, the record is 6.2 gigawatts, which occurred on July 7th. We basically had zero wind power that evening. We're on track to exceed California's battery capacity next year. I know that we're expected to have more battery capacity than coal capacity this year. And we already have more renewable capacity overall than natural gas capacity. We'll have more renewable capacity than fossil fuel capacity overall next year. In worldwide news, renewables have exceeded fossil fuel production for the first time. In March, April, and May, renewables have produced just over 50% of electricity. The way this happened was renewables, solar specifically, have been over 90% of new generating capacity for the past several months. In July, August, and September, fossil fuels will likely overtake solar and renewables again. This year, and likely the following year. But I predict by 28 or 29, renewables may just start to edge out fossil fuels during the entire year. Renewables are chipping away at fossil fuels' dominance, and again, a win for everyone but the fossil fuel industry. And I guess the people to whom they donate money. Solar and batteries continue to come down in price, while fossil fuels continue to go up. Again, in worldwide news, China's emissions appear to have peaked. They have been installing more solar than literally the rest of the world combined, so it's not that surprising. They also have the world's largest EV market, with about 50% of their new car sales being electric. The US, on the other hand, is trying to go in the opposite direction. We are ceding the future to the Chinese, like the nation of idiots we are. In conclusion, the transition to green energy is happening, regardless of what misinformed, willfully ignorant, paid-off people, or politicians may think or want. And that will lead to a better planet for us all. Happy charging.